12 signs a relationship is over. Not every relationship is meant to last forever. Love can fade, trust can break, and sometimes two people simply grow apart. But how do you know if your relationship is truly over, or if you're just going through a rough patch? The signs aren't always obvious, but if you've been feeling disconnected, unhappy, or uncertain about the future, it's time to take a closer look. Here are 12 undeniable signs that a relationship may be reaching its end. If you recognize several of these in your own relationship, it might be time to make some difficult decisions. 1. Lack of communication. Conversations feel forced or non-existent. Communication is the foundation of every strong relationship. If you and your partner no longer have meaningful conversations, it's a sign of emotional disconnection. Do you struggle to talk about your feelings? Do your discussions feel forced or transactional? When silence replaces deep conversations, emotional intimacy begins to fade. If you find that your partner no longer shares their thoughts, emotions, or even daily experiences with you, it could indicate that they no longer feel connected. Healthy communication involves openness, vulnerability, and a willingness to listen. If that's missing, the relationship is in trouble. 2. Constant arguments. More fights than fun. Every couple argues from time to time, but if you're constantly fighting over big or small issues, it's a major red flag. If misunderstandings escalate into heated arguments, or if you find yourself walking on eggshells to avoid conflict, resentment will start to build. When a relationship is nearing its end, arguments often become repetitive, with the same issues resurfacing over and over again. If your conflicts are never resolved and only lead to more frustration, it may be a sign that the relationship is no longer healthy. 3. You feel alone, even when together. Feeling lonely in a relationship is one of the most painful experiences. If you're sitting next to your partner but feel emotionally distant, it's a sign that something is wrong. When the connection is lost, being together doesn't feel comforting. It feels isolating. A healthy relationship provides emotional support, but if you feel like you're facing life's challenges alone, it may be time to reevaluate whether your partner is still truly there for you. 4. Lack of physical intimacy. No affection or attraction. Physical connection is an important part of a romantic relationship. If your partner no longer shows affection, whether through hugs, kisses, or touch, it can create emotional distance. While every relationship goes through ups and downs, a complete lack of intimacy often signals deeper problems. If you no longer feel physically attracted to each other, or if intimacy feels like an obligation rather than a natural expression of love, it's a sign that the emotional bond may be fading. 5. You no longer make future plans together. Happy couples naturally discuss the future, whether it's planning trips, setting goals, or simply imagining life together. If you or your partner have stopped including each other in future plans, it's a warning sign that one or both of you no longer see a long-term future together. Does your partner avoid discussing commitments? Do you no longer feel excited about building a life together? If future plans no longer include each other, it may be time to face reality. 6. More criticism, less appreciation. In a loving relationship, partners build each other up. But when criticism replaces appreciation, it can erode self-esteem and create resentment. If your partner constantly criticizes your habits, choices, or personality while failing to acknowledge your strengths, it could indicate deeper dissatisfaction. Feeling unappreciated and constantly judged is a clear sign that love and respect are fading. 7. You avoid spending time together. At the start of a relationship, spending time together feels effortless. But if you now prefer being alone, working late, or making plans with others instead of your partner, it may be a sign that the relationship is losing its meaning. Avoiding each other doesn't always mean you dislike each other. It may simply mean that the connection has weakened to the point where being together no longer feels enjoyable. 8. Trust is broken and cannot be repaired. Trust is one of the hardest things to rebuild once it's broken. Whether due to lies, infidelity, or repeated disappointments, a relationship without trust is built on shaky ground. If you or your partner are constantly suspicious, checking each other's phones, or feeling insecure, the relationship has already suffered serious damage. Without trust, there can be no real emotional security or happiness. 9. You feel drained, not energized. A relationship should add to your life, not drain you. If you feel mentally, emotionally, or physically exhausted after spending time with your partner, something is wrong. Does your relationship bring you stress rather than joy? Do you feel like you're constantly giving but receiving little in return? If your relationship is leaving you feeling depleted, it may be time to move on. 10. One or both of you have emotionally checked out. Sometimes, a relationship is over long before the breakup happens. Emotional detachment is a clear sign that things are coming to an end. If you or your partner no longer care about resolving issues, expressing feelings, or making an effort to connect, the relationship is likely beyond saving. Indifference is often the final stage before a breakup. 11. You keep imagining life without them. Do you frequently daydream about being single? Do you find yourself imagining a life where your partner is no longer in the picture? If thinking about being apart brings relief rather than sadness, your subconscious may already be preparing for the end. When you truly love someone, the thought of losing them feels unbearable. If you're feeling the opposite, it's a strong indication that your heart has already moved on. 12. You stay together out of fear, not love. The most painful reason people stay in relationships is fear. Fear of being alone, fear of change, or fear of starting over. If the only thing keeping you in the relationship is comfort, familiarity, or pressure from others, it's time to question whether staying is really the best choice. A relationship should be built on love and happiness, not obligation or fear. Final thoughts. When to walk away. Recognizing these signs can be difficult, but ignoring them won't make the problems disappear. If you've identified multiple signs in your relationship, it may be time to have an honest conversation with yourself and your partner. Breaking up is never easy, but staying in an unhappy relationship can be even more damaging. Letting go allows you to heal, grow, and eventually find a relationship that truly fulfills you. You deserve happiness, love, and a connection that makes you feel valued. If your current relationship no longer provides that, don't be afraid to choose yourself. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.